Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on how healthcare reputation management increases revenue. Before we get started, I do want to remind you all to mute your microphones. Also, we will be answering questions at the end of the presentation. Feel free to submit any questions in the chat or Q&A at any point in the presentation. Even if you can't make it until the end, just submit your questions and we'll make sure someone reaches out to you with an answer. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. A little bit about me. I'm Lauren Parr, the Product Marketing Manager here at RepuGen, a healthcare reputation management platform that assists healthcare providers in improving their online reviews, patient acquisition, retention, and engagement. I'm also a contributing editor at the Forbes Business Communication Council. Before we jump in, I want to go over the agenda for today's webinar. In this webinar, we'll discuss why does online reputation matter, the reasons that reputation impacts your revenue, and how to build a reputation that improves revenue. To start, let's talk about why online reputation matters for healthcare businesses. Have you ever wondered why online reputation matters? If a practice offers top-tier care, why are your online reviews even important? Well, according to market research on patient behavior, 8 out of 10 patients evaluate reviews before choosing a healthcare provider, meaning online reputation can make or break new patient acquisition. This is because online reviews help prospective patients understand the quality of care offered and help them to determine which doctors they should see for their healthcare needs. Healthcare businesses with a strong online reputation can also help ease patients' anxiety and send the message that they can be trusted with their care. Furthermore, Bright Local asked consumers, how important a part do online reviews play in your decision to use these types of businesses? 82% of consumers said that they consider reviews as important or very important when deciding what healthcare business to use. And only 5% of healthcare consumers said that reviews are not important. So with 95% of healthcare consumers saying that online reviews are at least slightly important to very important to their healthcare business decision, you can understand how vital having a robust online reputation is nowadays. Now that we have discussed why online reputation is important for your healthcare business and how reviews play one of the most important parts in it, let's dive into our topic today about how reviews impact revenue. According to research from the Harvard Business Review, a 1-star rating increase in online reviews leads to a 5 to 9% increase in revenue. That means building a reputation strategy to improve and monitor your online reputation will greatly help to improve revenue. So just improving by 1 star, again, can boost your revenue by 5 to 9%. In addition to the Harvard Business Study, it's also been found that an HSC study of 50 practices showed a 17% increase in average monthly patient volume when a practice had 90 to 100% positive reviews, meaning that all of those positive reviews helped them to improve their average monthly patient volume by a whopping 17%. Another study by PubMed Central showed that an improvement in reviews led to a relative increase in physician output visits on that website. So again, a direct correlation between the improvement in online reviews had an increase in the physician outpatient visits. And finally, a study published by Patient Engagement Hit found that hospitals with good online reputations and positive provider reviews earned on average $1.2 million more in hospital revenue than those with poor online reputations. So really, that just goes to show how online reviews directly affect and can either increase or decrease your revenue depending on your reputation performance. Overall, your medical practice's online reputation is primarily based on the online patient reviews received and how they are responded to. And And since 81% of patients read online reviews before choosing a new provider, having more positive online reviews online will help you attract and convert more patients. So now that we covered how online reputation boosts your revenue, let's discuss the 4 most important strategies providers and practices can use to build their reputation and ultimately boost revenue. So first, it's very important to create a process to get patient feedback. One of the best ways to improve your reputation is measuring how satisfied your patients are. Happy patients equals improved online reviews, which leads to more patient visits. In addition, patients want their concerns heard and addressed. So you need to establish a way to hear patient feedback and respond appropriately to satisfy patients as well as preserve your practice's reputation. You can learn what your current or previous patients think about your clinic or healthcare services by tracking your online reviews. This means you should let your patients freely express their feelings about their experience on multiple platforms, such as your practice's website, social media, and review sites. Using your patients' feedback to make improvements in your patient care will help your business grow. We at RepuGen recommend sending a text or email survey right after your patient's appointment to learn whether they were satisfied with their appointment or not, and have the opportunity to leave the feedback about what went right or wrong. On the survey, we recommend using an NPS scale, also known as Net Promoter Score. This simple one-question survey will produce high conversion rates while also allowing you to identify the patients who can be considered promoters, passives, and detractors based on their ratings on this type of survey. Second, ask patients to leave online reviews. Encouraging patients to leave reviews is important for boosting your online reputation. Since unhappy patients may be more likely to share their negative experience when unprompted, simply asking patients for a review can greatly help your online reputation, since the patients that had a great experience will be more likely to go out of their way to leave a review. Here are 5 simple ways to encourage patients to leave a positive review for your healthcare practice. First, link your online review listings on your website. Simplify the process of asking patients to write online reviews. Place your review website links across your own website to easily allow patients to leave reviews, instead of forcing them to spend a lot of time searching for the best place to put their reviews. Next, you can hand out instructions. Some patients might want to share their great experience with you, but just aren't tech savvy to navigate to the review sites. Printing instructions or sending them electronically is a great way to help these patients easily post their experiences online. Next, you can send personal emails and texts to patients. Sending a personalized follow-up email and text to a patient after their appointment is an easy way to ask for an online review. Thank the patient for coming in and ask if everything went well, and then include a link for your online review sites. Another way to obtain reviews is you can send postcards. In our experience, people still enjoy getting personalized postcards as it makes them feel special and recognized. Try mailing out a post-visit thank you postcard with a note asking patients to leave a review and instructions again on how they can access your different review sites. And finally, you can ask patients directly to write a review. As simple as it sounds, directly asking patients to leave an online review is easy, effective, and efficient. According to Bright Local, 7 out of 10 people will provide an online review if they are asked. And you'll notice that most of these avenues of asking patients to leave an online review is simply asking them so that you can get more for your practice. Next, you'll want to respond to your patient reviews. Responding to online reviews can go a long way in building trust with patients, showing the quality patient care you provide, and creating a healthier online reputation. To respond to online reviews, you should plan how to reply to both positive and negative reviews that you may receive. Quickly and consistently respond to reviews with accountable responses. Build a team of staff managers to manage reviews and divide tasks and responsibilities among staff who will be in charge of frequently checking and replying to those reviews. It's really important, so practices should and must treat online reviews like they were given face-to-face. Responding promptly to reviews shows patients that you care about them and their experience. Practice owners should ensure to adapt a way to use a system to monitor and manage online reviews and teach your staff to respond to the reviews in a timely manner. As it has been noticed that responding to reviews also results in an increase in even more online reviews, since those prospective patients are seeing that you're active and responding to all of their feedback and maybe concerns. And fourth, you're going to want to gather actionable insights from the patient feedback that you receive. So you really want to see what your patients are saying and listen to it. Analyze the feedback and reviews that your practice receives from patients. See how many patients are happy or unhappy and what sentiments they use to describe your practice. These insights are helpful to understand your patients better. This also allows for service recovery in case any patient goes unsatisfied. Healthcare professionals can use this data to see what areas of their practice needs improvement or what areas you're doing well. This will ensure that you are taking care of patients' needs and thus improving patient experience along the way. And remember, higher patient experience always boosts your practice's online reviews and reputation, and that in part boosts revenue. And finally, here's an example of how online reviews can improve revenue based on one of our pediatric clients. This particular client was able to increase their total reviews by 384% in 1 year by using RepuGen's reputation management tools. And they also saw an increase in reviews. They improved their average star rating from 3.6 stars to 4.9 stars, which is greater than that 1-star increase. So it equates to a revenue boost of 11.7% based on Harvard Business's study. So really, this just goes to show how your online reviews is directly impacting and correlated with your practices or your healthcare business's revenue. And here's also an example of RepuGen's after visit survey that again uses the NPS scale to collect feedback for practices. We typically ask the patients a simple question like, how likely is it that you would recommend us to a family or friend member? Once they select their score, they'll be asked to write out additional feedback in a comment box. And finally, when happy patients leave their feedback, they can also be asked to leave online reviews. Managing your online reputation, it can be a time-consuming job that could be better spent providing quality care to your patients. Using an online reputation management software would be a key asset in easily asking your patients for more reviews, improving your service recovery process, and managing all of your reviews in one place. So that's basically everything that I wanted to cover in today's webinar. Out of everything that was covered, here are some of the things that are key to remember, or the key takeaways for today. First, online reputation can directly affect patient acquisition and revenue, since 81% of patients use reviews before choosing a healthcare provider. Again, that's 8 out of 10 patients are going out before they select a new provider to see what their online reviews are and determine whether or not they want to select them. Next, online reputation directly impacts your revenue. So having a robust reputation is vital for healthcare business success. And a key stat to remember, a 1-star rating improvement in your online reviews can equate into a 5 to 9% increase in your revenue, which is huge and really very impactful. And finally, for the above reasons, you should implement a reputation management system to improve your reputation, patient satisfaction, and revenue. And whether that be a manual system that you implement at your practice or a platform similar to RepuGen to help streamline it, both are important and helpful in streamlining and improving your online reviews and also your revenue. And finally, just to tell you a little bit more about ourselves, RepuGen is an all-inclusive reputation management platform that will help you streamline the reputation management system that we went through today, again, to help you assist in improving your revenue. We also offer add-on services to assist with your patient engagement, patient monitoring, and improving patient satisfaction, and finally, leveraging reputation with marketing solutions and even more. And lastly, I want to let you know that we're currently having a promotion that's going on specifically for webinar attendees that offers a 90-day money-back guarantee. This means if you sign up for RepuGen and your online reputation is not improved within 90 days, you'll be entitled to a full refund of all monthly fees. So to take advantage of this promotion, you can email us directly at info@repugen.com, or to learn more, you can visit our website at www.repugen.com. All right, and so now that everything has been covered, I'll go ahead and open it up to some Q&A. So go ahead and add any questions that you guys have to the chat or the Q&A portal within the Zoom platform here. All right, so we did just have one question come in. It says, so if I get more of my patients to leave online reviews, I should see an increase in revenue? I don't quite understand that. So yes, online reviews relate to your revenue because of the fact that those prospective patients are looking at your online reviews before deciding whether or not to choose you for their healthcare services. So for example, let's say you're a prospective patient looking for a dermatology practice. If you research 10 different dermatology practices within your insurance network, you'll likely select the one whose reviews show that they are the best fit for you. So if you have better online reviews, more prospective patients are likely to go to your practice, which ends up increasing your revenue. So really, great online reputation equals improved patient acquisition. And like that Harvard Business Review study said, a 1-star rating in online reviews can equate to a 5 to 9% increase in revenue. So I hope that that helps answer your question. Awesome. We've got another question that just came in. It says, how do I get my team to be on top of managing our online reviews? Really great question. I know that at healthcare businesses, you guys are always very busy, dealing with a lot of different things. So the best way to help instill kind of an ecosystem of excellence when it comes to managing your online reviews is to really level with your team and get them to understand the why managing online reviews is important for your entire healthcare organization. If your team understands that getting more positive online reviews and managing negative reviews helps attract more patients and helps improve your revenue, then your team is more likely to be on board with your goal in improving online reviews. Once they understand the why, I do recommend, training your team on how to respond to reviews, what to do when a new review comes in, and really just implementing a protocol that's easy to follow that requires your team to respond to reviews within a specific time, or if a patient has a negative experience, to reach out to them within a specific time frame. But yeah, long story short, basically to help get your team on top of managing your online reviews, really just explain to them why managing reviews is so important. Great. And we've got another question that came in. It says, how can I use my patient feedback to improve my practice? Another really great question. The best way is to look at all of your patient feedback, read what your patients are saying about you, and really just discuss with your team how you can, really improve on those areas that need some areas of improvement, and to take a look at all of the areas where patients are saying great things about you and really, highlight those particular parts of your practice. So for example, if you find that your patients are typically complaining about your wait times being long, you can work with your team to try and determine, what areas are really affecting the efficiency of your practice, and how can you improve that efficiency to, really determine how to get those patients to stop complaining about the wait time, and then they can really focus on the other great areas of your practice. Something that RepuGen does also offer is a sentiment analysis tool, which basically it uses and leverages artificial intelligence to read through and scan all of your patient comments for you, so that you don't have to go and read every single comment to understand, what patients are saying is the positive things about your practice and what patients are saying are the negative things or that could use improvement. The sentiment analysis tool basically pulls that all out for you. So you can take a look at it from a bird's eye view and really understand those positives and negatives at your practice without having to read, thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of comments that are coming from your practice. But really, that's how you can use that patient feedback to improve, is really pinpoint the positives and negatives and make changes to address those. And another question that came in is, how can I tell if I have a good online reputation to get more patients so that I can increase my revenue? That is another really good question. So in this day and age, again, 8 out of 10 patients are reading your online reviews. And based on some research that we've done at RepuGen, basically across the United States, it's found that when looking at online reviews, most patients require at least a 4.0 star rating. We know that they read at least 10 recent reviews, and they rely heavily on the sentiment expressed in your online reviews, the comments within your reviews, to determine whether to select you as a healthcare provider or select a healthcare practice. You really want to understand where your online reputation stands, and then use that as a benchmark of where you can go in improvement to help acquire more patients. Again, patients are acquiring at least a 4.0 star rating. You'll want to, have a star rating even higher than that to really just compete with the other options out there. You want to have at least 10 recent reviews at all time. And within those reviews, comments, you want to make sure that a majority of the sentiments expressed by your patients are positive. And a really good starting point to find out where your online reputation stands is to, number one, you can just go and Google your practice and your healthcare providers. Or if you'd like an even simpler way to find out what your online reputation is and whether it really meets that threshold for patient acquisition, you can use our free reputation report called RepuTally. So you can just go to our website at RepuGen, go to resources, and then search for our online reputation management report called RepuTally, or you can just Google RepuTally. But basically what will happen is it will generate a full report of all of your online reviews and let you know where you stand and whether your online reputation is currently on par for patient acquisition. All right, we'll just give a couple more minutes to see if there's any other questions. All right, so it looks like that's all the questions that we've got for today. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you all so much for attending today's webinar. Again, if you have any questions or you're interested in learning more about RepuGen, feel free to email us directly at info@repugen.com. You can even email me directly at lauren@repugen.com if you'd like. And you can check out our website at www.repugen.com. I hope today's webinar was very beneficial in helping you to understand how reputation directly impacts your revenue and why it is so important in today's day and age. Thank you all again so much for attending, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.